Hi, my name is Gia and I'm fourth angel of creation. Thank you for coming to my channel. So today, on the eve of the full moon, and it's the full moon in Leo, and it's also going to be an eclipse tonight. And so I've noticed that a lot of people, there's a lot going on for everybody, and a lot of people are looking for guidance. So I would love to give guidance to every single person who asks me. However, being a clairvoyant, psychic, medium, channeler, an energy healer, I still have to make a living. So although I would love to give it for free to everybody, this is my best way for me to get to as many of you as possible without having to charge. So I just shuffled the cards a minute ago from the Psychic Tarot. And so this is the first card that came out, which is number 9, suffering in silence. So the resounding thing I've noticed with clients and some even people I speak to on the internet is it's a really hard time at the moment. And that's because we're getting a build up to the full moon. And not just that, it's also going to be an eclipse. So this is a gateway or a portal, or you can think of it as a time period where it's time for you to get really serious about what you want. We're not going to see another one of these portals for a long time. So if you are wanting to change your life, then you better be real about what's going through your thoughts and what you're projecting out there, and be responsible for all of it. If you decide to just stick with the status quo, then you're just going to get a lot more of that. And, and if that's not what you really want, then you need to get real with yourself. Do your shadow work. So, what is it I don't like? What makes me feel yucky? What makes me feel uncomfortable? What I don't like? Like, for example, I don't like spending a lot of time to myself. But lately I've had a lot of time to myself. And so I've been suffering in silence. And so I've kind of gone really deep into that and gone, okay, well, why is it that what is it I don't like about myself? I have to be comfortable and loving myself before anybody gonna love me. RuPaul had it all right all along. So on that note, I understand that a lot of you are in financial blocks, relationship blocks, many blocks, and a lot of you are having to spend time by yourself. It's perfect. You're in the right place. You see, when we're abundant, you will probably just be so full your time and be filling it up with doing stuff because you've got the money to do it. But when you're forced to be blocked, and you're forced to sit there within your own misery and your own shit, then it's perfect, because it means it's at an end stage. And sometimes the universe brings this upon us so that way we can really take count. Sometimes, it's really funny when people are really abundant or they've got lots of money, they tend to complain that they've got no time. So therefore, the universe is forcing a lot of us, because it knows that when we've got abundance and money, we're like, we can't, we just got to do stuff. This is making us meditate, chill out, look at ourselves and be with ourselves and be comfortable with that. Once you pass this little phase, and it's great because it's a good time to start writing in your diary. It's a good time to write out your intentions, your affirmations, get really clear about it. If you see synchronicities, that's straight away, like as in 444, 222, 1111, anything like that, then you should straight away be going, oh, what are my thoughts? Okay, they're not good. All right, I've got to change that. I've got to fight that. If you can't fight it off, that's something you need to deal with. How? Well, meditation, like I said in some of my earlier videos, and really accepting all aspects of yourself and not pushing it away. Marrying, say, somebody, although they don't like that you like pink, for example, right? They don't like the color pink, but you love the color pink. But yet you'll marry that person because you believe that they're the most perfect person for you, or you may never fall in love again. And so you would throw away the color pink, which I love pink. Pink is fabulous. You would throw away the color pink because someone said they didn't like it. Just think on that for a minute. Excuse me. So, next card. So just remember too, it's a number 9 card too that I showed you. So that means that it's at an end phase. So this stage that you're in or phase is pretty much about to end, and a new beginning is happening, a new phase, a new time. And it works in perfectly with the energies of the full moon and especially the eclipse. Here we go. Next card is number 7. Choose wisely. This just goes right back to what I was saying. Get real with yourself and your thoughts. Get real. Choose wisely. The future, a lot of people, either they're stuck in the past or they're stuck in the future. The reality is that the future can branch off into so many different scenarios and so many different things that it's really good that you be clear about what it is that you want. Because if you're saying, I want my soulmate, I want my soulmate, I want my soulmate, but yet you have a boyfriend that you're not happy with, and you have a messy wardrobe that has got no room for another person to come in, and then you are wanting this soulmate, you're kind of contradicting. So you're saying one thing, but it's your actions that speak loudest after your thoughts. So if your actions are to do nothing about the shitty relationship you're in and to not make any room in your home for another partner or for the love of your life, then I'm afraid then you're going to stick on that same path that you were on before, because that's what you're projecting out there. You're projecting out, I want love, but then you're actioning that you're still happy with the status quo. So the universe is just going to give you more of the status quo. If you truly want change in your life, then you need to choose it and then you need to walk it. And it's funny that it's right on the end of a pier, yeah? There's a man meditating on that pier. How funny. And then there's birds flying above, yeah? They're looking from above, from a bird's eye view. Take yourself, out of your situation, out of your shit, out of your mundane life, and soar above yourself like an eagle. And then look at the situation from different eyes, and then make your decision. Don't make it based on where you're at right now, because you may not see the trees from the forest. I'm going to do one more card. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm really looking forward to, well, that just jumped out. I'm looking forward to the eclipse tonight. So here is mental conflict, number 2. So we're all having a little bit of a mental, there's a tennis match going on for a lot of us. And so mental conflict means that you're kind of battling off things. What I would suggest highly is during this time of suffering and silence is self-care. Things like doing a salt scrub, a salt bath, getting a massage done, making sure that you meditate, do meditations for cutting etheric cords or energetic cords, cleansing your auric field and strengthening your energetic field, which you can do by looking up the 12D, 12th dimensional or 12D shield building technique. You can also look up Archangel Michael or just Michael cutting cords and shielding. Anything like that will lead you to those kinds of things, and that they will help immensely. I'm going to just clarify a little bit, because you know this mental conflict is just saying to me like that you guys are like going, yes, we get it, Gia, we get it, but like, oh. So I'm sorry if this video is going too long, but I'm just going to have to keep going here. So I'm feeling like, yes, Gia, I get it, but oh, here we go. All right, so last 2. and they're quite beautiful. So this period is about to end soon, okay? So yes, there's going to be mental conflict. You feel like you're suffering in silence. You've got lots of decisions to make. If you're scared about that decision, and you know that decision that you got to make, the answer to what you're asking is this: victory and success, number 6. And then it clarifies itself with a high arcana, which is triumph, number 7, which is like the Chariot. So this means that if you're asking for clarification about whether or not the decision you need to make, which may be, shall I leave this relationship because, you know, I know it's not the best for me. I love this person, but I know they're not good for me. Shall I stay? I mean, if I go, will I be okay? If I go for that job interview, will I get it? If I follow my spiritual path, will I be successful? The answer is yes. Big time yes. Excuse me again. Sorry. I have been very ill for the last couple of days. But like I said in one of my videos, it's a DNA upgrade. So I've been coughing it out and right at the end of it now. So I'm feeling much, much better. Thanks for asking. So I'm now just going to clarify with this second deck, which is the Healing with Angels. So just shuffling this one now. Sorry. Here we go. So the cards that I'm getting here to clarify this is well, it means that you need to call on his help a little bit more. Probably a lot more. So do your shielding, protect yourself, cut ties, etheric ties. Just because you're not around someone doesn't mean that they haven't attached a cord to you. And so people do this unconsciously every day just by thinking about you. So cut all ties. And this. If you can, tonight, when you see that eclipse, go and dance under it. Go and revel in the beauty of being able to see an eclipse. Sometimes we never get to see them. Go and have a little bit of fun. And that will be coming very soon. The full moon, once it passes, the energy is going to shift in a big way. And things are going to get a lot more fun. So it's time, I think, for everybody just to have like a childlike innocence about things. For example, I was speaking with a beautiful girl today who has someone in her life that she wants, but she has a lot of baggage. And so she's been hurt and lied to, like many of us have been in our lifetime. And so she is finding it quite difficult to trust people. And the reality is that once a relationship's over, the first thing you need to do is, well, figure out what it is that you learned from it. Give forgiveness and thanks. And then step into the next phase with playfulness, like a child. When a child meets a person, they don't carry, oh, mummy smacked me yesterday, and then they carry that into their walking life every day. No, they often forget it after about an hour, and then they're done. They're off playing again. And so I think this is a good analogy for what you need to do when it's moving forward, is quickly figure out what it is that you were meant to learn, forgive, and then move forward. You can't step into any new situation or relationship and expect that you're going to drag all your bullshit into it, and then it's not going to then ruin it yet again, and then you'll be going through the same phase yet again. So if you'd like to change that cycle, you need to get real tonight. I wouldn't be waiting until tomorrow or next year. Tonight, I would be getting real with yourself, and before this full moon, meditate, and then make sure you get out and get to see it, or get out and underneath it, or at least do a full moon meditation or anything, and then let it all go. Let everything go. Look, I hope that this has helped you today. This has been quite a long video, and so but I felt very compelled to do it today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Gia, Fourth Angel of Creation. Thank you. Have a great day.